Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Authentic Podcast with Justin Doulard. And thank you for tuning in to another episode. It's time!
Good evening. It is officially Super Bowl weekend in Las Vegas. We're live from Red Rock here. Got Colten back in with us. Pretty good start to the weekend, I would say. Got in kind of late last night, but that didn't stop us from staying out till 4. Till 4, and we only went to one spot. But yeah, it's pretty cool to be in town for the first ever Super Bowl in Las Vegas. We're absolutely not going to the game, but it's still fun to be here for the environment. Lots of Niners fans from the West Coast.
A lot
of Niners. Some Chiefs fans, but a lot of the YouTube influencers and celebrities as well. So,
bang bang Niner gang.
Not for you.
No, not for me. But that's their saying.
Tell us what you got on the game.
Got the parlay, of course.
Got 5 legs?
Yeah, I got Pacheco anytime TD, Kelsey over 6.5 receptions, Chiefs money line, and then Kelsey TD. Did I already say that?
No.
Yeah,
so it's 4?
That's it.
Is that 4 legs?
Yes. No. Pacheco 1, Kelsey
catches,
TD, Kelsey receptions, and then
Chiefs.
money line. Yeah, sorry, 4.
So 4.
If I could count.
What
do you think?
My prediction?
You like it? No?
We know I'm notorious for not liking parlays. They're too stressful. They're too overstimulating. But, I mean, it's a good one.
But you're on the Niner gang.
Me?
Right?
No, dude, it's just so hard to tell.
As Bear would say, you being in the middle, what would you?
What does he call me? Switzerland? He's like, you never take a side. You just
Switzerland.
Well, man, I'm the same way with the fights. Like when it's a great fight, it's so hard. And every time I go one way heavy, I'm like, this could never happen. Sean Strickland could never beat Israel. Bet the house. And then you're like, I lost the house.
Oh yeah, I told everyone they might as well throw their money out the window while they're driving.
No, man.
Instead of betting on
Mom, right? Mom wanted it.
Yeah, she wanted by KO. I think she'd end up doing that. Just a smaller bet on by KO, and it didn't happen.
Yeah.
But she originally wanted the money line.
Shout out to Mom, the underdog queen.
Yeah, it's insane.
Anyone over plus 300, Mom's like, lock it.
yeah.
I want to watch the weigh-ins and see, but I'm in.
The Pantoja, she called that one. Against Brandon, the recent one.
Oliveira. The biggest
Pena.
upset. Yeah.
Yeah. So
right?
I was like,
that was one of probably the top 5 biggest upsets in the history.
Oh yeah. I need to start telling her.
That was like a plus 700, wasn't it?
It was something up there. Yeah. I think it was.
It was decent.
It was very heavy. At least 5.
So Super Bowl prediction, I don't know, man. I think the Niners are better overall, but every time I say the Chiefs are wounded or can't win, I mean, and every Super Bowl they've played in, they've been down and they win back. And then have you actually watched the Niners games in the playoffs?
Not a ton. I haven't kept up with football near
like
as much.
Touch.
But I was wanting to watch the last game, but I was busy. And then what didn't they like? They just can't play a full game, kind of type of deal, right? They beat the Packers with like 40 seconds left. They were losing most of the game. Damn.
Packers are not, they're good, but not great. And then the Lions, that was a great game, but they were down really bad and pulled back in the second half. So, anyways, if they get down by the Chiefs, but I don't know, man. I do love Pat Mahomes. I do love Andy Reid, old Eagles coach.
Yeah.
If I had to pick, I would like the Chiefs to win, but it'd be cool to see the Niners get one too. So.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll get a cheeseburger after. Isn't that what he said? I'm going to get a cheeseburger.
Oh, yeah. I thought someone earlier said they saw the fake Andy Reid.
Oh, here?
But it wasn't actually him. It was just a guy that looked very similar.
Oh, yeah. Like we saw fake Logan Paul and fake Jake Paul.
And to clarify, I thought they were Jake and Logan Paul because we have to tell the story though.
Oh yeah.
Is it Mike Maljak? I think you say it.
Yeah,
Big Mike?
I think so. I don't know how to say it.
Big
It's
Mike.
hard. His last name's hard.
So we're at Red Rock. Thank you to Red Rock for giving us a hell of a deal this weekend, staying here. Beautiful place. But so we see a guy that looks just like Jake and Logan Paul, dressed up, tattoos, everything, earrings, beard, hat. Looks really similar. You have to really give a good double, triple take and stare at them to realize it's not them. But Logan Paul's best friend and podcaster is like 3 tables away playing blackjack or craps or roulette. Yeah. Roulette. So it was just kind of odd that the fakes were right there while he was there and they weren't like talking. So it was really hard to tell. But anyways, it was 2:30, 3 a.m. I was definitely fooled for at least the first 3 or 4 minutes.
I know. That would be so. I don't know. That'd be an awkward interaction. Like I said, if they're not talking, I'm like, is the mic dude like, hey, these guys are annoying, or did he already chat with them, or what? It'd be weird to me, right? I'd be like, hey, you're looking like my friend. It's kind of odd.
But you know what the dead giveaway should have been? Was that
nobody was around them?
So when I instantly saw them, I was thinking nobody's around them, a couple people, but we're also pretty far off the strip where it's mainly locals. And I was thinking maybe they don't want, people know they don't want to be bothered.
Yeah.
Because you would think those guys, if they go in the strip, or probably anywhere, they're getting bombarded.
Oh, absolutely.
You think even here?
Yeah,
out on the floor?
I think so. I mean, they're like a different caliber of like popular,
I mean, they've been doing it for 15 plus years or whatever.
Since forever.
No, I was absolutely convinced it was them until I stared for a while and was like, okay.
Dude, it would have been it's so funny if you'd be like, dude, can I get a picture, like, and you actually thought it was, like if someone was fooled.
Oh yeah,
like I said,
it would have been awesome to see like a really drunk guy stumble through.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would love to see somebody like actually get tricked, like, dude, it's Jake Paul.
So when I had Bio One, the company, we went to, they do like an annual trade show. The trade show was Back to the Future.
I remember seeing pictures of you and Gillis.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, Josh always super down to dress up and have fun, and so thank you to that. But so we get the outfit. Well, they fly this guy out from wherever. Looks just like Marty McFly. He's like in his 40s, but I mean he has like the sweet shoes. He's not winging it, and he's got the hoverboard and everything, man. But then come full circle, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years later, he was on the strip.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
I walked by and I was like, I've met him. Like, I actually saw him in another location.
Really?
But we were talking earlier. It's just such a weird life to duplicate someone else, and like that's your work, and how you get paid is acting and looking like another person.
And it's different if, like, for example, you're like the Rat Pack show,
Yeah, very
like that.
different.
But you're not because those guys actually can sing good and sound like them. That's very impressive. But yeah, you're like, you just look, I don't know. Yeah, and then I'm like, what else do you do? Do you actually have a job? And then everyone,
You need to pull up the Instagram, and so anyone who wants to look at it, it's basically not Logan Paul and not Jake Paul, I think. Yeah. But I looked up the profile for Logan Paul, and he lives in like Iowa.
Really?
Yeah.
Like I said, that was the one that Nate Diaz choked out on Bourbon Street.
The Logan Paul?
Or the not Logan Paul. Oh, it's literally not _Logan _Paul _.
Yeah, anybody who's listening, I would certainly recommend going to the Instagram to look at that. It's creepily similar.
Logan Paul follows him.
Does he really?
Yeah.
That's cool. But yeah, he lives. If you go down his page a little bit, he lives in Iowa. He's like on a farm. Look.
Oh, look, there's them together. Yeah, interesting.
Let me say that again.
Oh.
That's creepy, dude.
He looks like a tweaker, Logan Paul.
Yeah.
After you see Logan Paul next to him, you're like, how did I think he looked like Logan Paul?
Yeah, Lindsay pointed out, she wants to clarify, they're definitely not as in shape, but, I mean, it's about as close as they can get for just being born. But the thing with the Jake guys, the tattoos are similar.
Yeah.
So I'm like, did he get those after?
I don't know.
Because that's a new level of dedication.
Yeah, I would hope not, right?
Dude, I mean, it's just kind of odd.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
And you got to rock that weird haircut. the undercut with the what I don't know what you call that, but
Yeah, and then like some like big flashy yellow pants and a wife beater or something,
those dunks that look like cows.
Oh yeah,
I don't know what those are called, but anyways,
off the fake Logan Paul tangent.
Let's talk about your terribles string of luck since you've been here.
Terrible string of luck. That sounds
yeah.
ironic.
So for reference, Terribles is a chain gas station in the Clark County area. Only Clark County, right?
I think maybe Arizona too. I don't know honestly,
So
because they have them elsewhere.
Definitely west, clearly Nevada. But did you do the math on the number of prizes you've won?
No,
It's gotta be
I
over.
guess we can go ahead and
We can break it down.
Yeah.
Pull out your calculator.
Yeah. So where do you even start? Just from the jump, or?
Yeah, so we're obviously big advocates for if you don't play, you don't win. If you don't shoot your shot, you never get it. Love that motto. This is more so random than it is actually talent, but you're consistently entering in these contests for terribles that give away pretty legit prizes. So basically, like, I don't know, for the most part, you see a gas station and they're like, you can win this Bud Light cooler, put your name in the hat, and you're like, well, it is what it is. But I guess Terribles gives away some pretty decent promo.
Oh
and
yeah,
you've hit like 4 or 5? Three?
Yeah. I'm gonna get 4 soon. And I try and put everybody on. I tell people, I'm like, dude, y'all need to be doing this because
But then when you win, everybody's like, you always win.
That's what I was
you
saying.
win every time.
Every time, everyone's always like, you always get all the free stuff. You win this, you win that, and I'm like, because I literally, like I said, I'll wake up, my alarm goes off, and then I enter on the Terribles app. But so I was at the gas station, obviously, and then because I liked it because when you spend like $10 at Terribles, I think it is, they used to have a wheel there that you would spin. And then you would get like a free Red Bull.
That doesn't sound like Vegas at all.
Yeah, or any of that stuff, right? And then one day I went in, the button was gone because I was like, what the hell? And they're like, oh, they moved it to the app. They're like, they're trying to get everyone to use the app now. And I was like, okay.
I'm in.
Yeah, and then they'll, like on Tuesdays, they'll give away like, free, like a coffee deal or this or that, right? Anyway, so I was browsing it, and then they have the giveaways, and then I saw you could enter multiple times, and then I was like, okay, I thought it was just multiple ways, like you can follow them on Facebook, Instagram, whatever, and then you can do a daily one. So then I'll wake up every day and redo that. But the first one, it was like I just woke up one day and I got an email, and it was like winner, and I was like, dude, this is probably another spam email, like I get a bunch, and then it was like Terribles, and it had the deal is this San Diego giveaway, like a vacation package. Sorry, yeah. And then so it gave you like tickets to the Padres game. It gave you tickets to like the USS. I don't know what ship it is there. That's horrible.
Clearly didn't go.
Yeah, I didn't go. If you figured that out by now. And then what else was it? And then some dinner stuff. Anyways, nothing special, right? And then they gave you $1,000 or $1,500 in prepaid gift cards, for airfare and all that, which I wouldn't have used anyways because I get,
you just drive.
Flight situation too. Anyways, for me it's easy.
It's another perk we can discuss.
Yeah, and then so I get the prize. I go down there and pick it up, and then it was like Labor Day weekend too, or Memorial weekend. One of them. Anyways, the game was on the Monday, and then so
baseball game.
Yeah, and then they never sent me the tickets at all for the game. And then on Friday, I was like, "Hey, you're gonna give me those tickets?" And then because I think I saw one of my friends was there. I was going on, so you just try and give them away or something, anybody, and then. So she doesn't email me back, and then she gets in after the long weekend, and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I didn't send you these. I'll send you $300 in gift cards for the price of the tickets since you didn't get them. And then so I am getting $1,800 in the prepaid gift cards.
$1,800 in Visa gift cards.
Oh, yeah. And then so that was the first one, right? And then the second one,
lead off with that.
Yeah, the second one I entered was a Red Bull giveaway, and then like the first place winner, they got like 3-night stay at the Cosmo, like 1,000 like spend at the day club, 1,000 at the nightclub, and like 500 for dinner, something nuts. And then so of course I won the second place prize, which I was like pissed about.
You're being greedy.
Yeah,
right now.
I was being very greedy.
You're being so greedy.
I still am. And then so that one was like a terrible like summer getaway pack. There's like a little ice chest that has like a cornhole board, and then like a camelback, stuff like that. Right? It was all right, right?
So you're out on the patio playing cornhole while someone's at the Cosmo.
Yeah,
at the day club.
Yeah. I'm like freaking pissed about that. And then the most recent one was, dude, the Big Daddy, dude, the Traeger won a Traeger grill, and then it was it Iron 850 or
I don't even know. I looked it up and just saw the price tag, and I just know Traeger's like the Gucci brand of the grill, so
it was like a $2,000.
Yeah.
So, but I can't have that in my apartment complex, so gave it to Pops. They paid, they paid me for it, but the shipping experience was funny.
So what do we got? 1,800, 18, another 15 to 18, and then a couple $100 in the little cornhole set. I mean,
maybe that was probably like 100
peanuts.
Yeah, I'm really salty about that one.
Well,
but I still appreciate it.
I feel like that's the yeah.
Thank you.
I feel like that's the equivalent of like going to the casino with your first $20 and you win $1,000. So then anything under that, you win 100. You're like, I don't want this $100. I want the 1,000.
Oh yeah, you get that.
I don't want
super high.
I want to be at the pool at the Cosmo.
Yeah, that's why I was really upset. I was like, I hope somebody doesn't, because you have to respond within 24 hours of getting it. I'm praying somebody doesn't respond, and then they're like, you've moved up to the first place.
Did you call them at 9:45? Like, did they talk to you?
Oh, dude, and whenever they email me with it, and they're like, come get it, I'm there. I'm like, I'll come today or tomorrow. There's no longer than 48 hours.
So when you go to the corporate office, they just say, here's your prize, sign a piece of paper, and you're good?
Yeah.
And they just load it up?
Yeah, they get your ID, and then you sign it, and then, also like a W-9.
Oh, they make you pay taxes on it?
Yeah, that's kind of BS, but it's whatever.
Even on like an item?
Yeah, like the Traeger.
I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, kind of surprised by that.
It's annoying. Yeah, I'm like, hey, I got this for free, but I can't be bitching about it since I got it for free.
Because if you win over 1,200 casino, it's taxes. But anything under 1,200,
that's a sham too.
That's
a sham.
No, yeah, very. This was not on the agenda, and I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole. But after being a homeowner for one full year, I am of the voting party that taxation is theft.
Oh, I agree. Every bit of it.
I wasn't. Now I'm in.
Yeah, I hate every bit of taxes. And when you look at what your check should be.
Oh yeah.
And then
see, I've been used to that because I've been doing that since I was 16. The money's just I've made more money.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I've been doing that for half my life, but owned a home for a year and the property taxes went up, and then, insurance goes up, and
oh yeah, nightmare.
And it's all just based on the value of the home, even if you're not going to sell.
And I think we've talked about that too. Is, of course, owning is the goal, and that would be nice. But when people are like freaking horny about someone buying a house, they don't tell you the bad shit like that. No one tells you like, hey, this is going to sneak up on you. They're just like, you're wasting your money. And I'm like, I also agree. I think that's right, but they don't tell you all that.
Tell
you're fixing the roof.
Tell your HVAC system goes out, or
yeah, all that lovely stuff. They don't mention that.
Interest rates.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All that stuff makes my head hurt too.
What we were talking about, the terrible stuff. It's different because you have a direct source through work though, but we haven't even talked about the work stuff.
Oh yeah.
You're like, oh, I forgot about every other 3 weeks. Dude, I go to see the Raiders play, or
yeah, I've been to so many events just off free, like here, like most of them I go to, like end up
on the house
being like that.
Because it's only eligible for corporate employees, right? But you've been to what, 4 Raiders games, Knights games?
All employees can. All employees can. But then like some of our stuff, they'll like just have certain departments. They'll like kind of treat them to it, you know.
But you've been to what, 3 or 4 Raiders games?
Yeah, it was 2 this year, 2 last year.
Knights games?
Yeah, I've been to
Carrie Underwood?
Carrie Underwood, David Blaine. Dude, who else? I feel like Katy Perry, of course.
David Blaine was free too?
Yeah. David Blaine. That was a good show too.
You'd recommend it?
Yeah. But I think he left Resorts World. And I want to say he's at the Wynn now.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe.
It's kind of a short stop.
Yeah. But and then didn't Carrie Underwood leave them too?
No.
Or Katie?
I don't know.
One of them are. I mean,
I will say I did read the Allegiant advertisement pamphlet on the plane because I couldn't sleep. And Carrie Underwood is extending her residency. I do know that because I read it on the plane.
Oh, interesting.
And she was the first artist to ever perform at that theater.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Yeah, and then I think.
Pull that up a little bit.
Or who did they? Yeah, I think they signed somebody else. Or T-Pain, was it?
Well, I saw he was there Thursday
night.
night.
Was it just one?
I think it was just for the Super Bowl weekend.
That sucks. He would be a great one to have.
You saw him, right?
Yeah, I saw him.
In Stillwater?
Oh, yeah.
Of all places?
Dude, it was when Fetty Wap was popping. And Fetty Wap was the main guy. And I remember...
Really?
And I was like, dude, I'm so excited for T-Pain. Like, Fetty Wap would be cool.
That's backwards.
I'm so excited for T-Pain. And then when he came on, it was nuts.
He's funny.
Oh, yeah, he's awesome. And he can sing really good without the auto-tune.
Yeah, did that blow your mind when you found that out?
Kind of. I mean, just because I'm sure he had the... I mean, I was like, I'm sure he can sing, but I didn't think it would be that good, you know?
Yeah, because, like, if you look at Lil Wayne, you're probably not like, this guy can sing.
Yeah.
You probably knew that, but with T-Pain, maybe, but then maybe...
Big mystery.
If he could sing so well, why is he so heavily auto-tuned?
Yeah.
Like, Lil Wayne probably needs it.
Mm-hmm.
When you're T-Pain, you're like, if he can sing that well, he could have done, like, R&B or, like, soul or something, I feel like.
I know. And then I like his covers that he did. They're pretty good. The
little series. Was it Tennessee Whiskey?
Yeah, he does that. What were the other ones? Now that I say I like them, I can't even name you one of them.
What if we went to Resorts World to go to the T-Pain show? You know, everybody's like ready for a club, and he starts just singing Tennessee Whiskey.
Yeah. They're wanting freaking bartender and all that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still torn about the game too because I'm with you. I think I don't know because probably just because I put money down that I'm kind of worried about it. Because I was like before that I was like, oh dude, it was like Chiefs all day. I was like they got it all day.
That's why I want to look at going over. Over is like 46.5, 47.
Mm-hmm.
So each team gets 25 apiece. You're golden.
Josh had me put in a decent little parlay for him.
What'd he do?
Oh, let me see.
Is he Niners or Chiefs?
It's a mix.
But he didn't pick one or the other team?
No, it's props.
The spread is, in my opinion, so low that you might as well just take the money line if you're going to do...
Yeah, I don't get it.
Unless you go Niners, you could take the money.
Brock Purdy over 12.5 rushing yards. McCaffrey to get a tug. Kelsey over 6.5 catches. And Mahomes under 261.5.
Okay. This goes back to my point. I'm like,
a lot of things got to go right.
You can tell but you can tell me, but I can't retain 5 different people's parlays.
Oh yeah.
Because you told me yours, and now you had told me that one. Someone else told me one.
Well, that's why I had to pull the phone up on his. I'm like, I don't remember it.
But if like everybody's like, oh, I hit this one, I didn't, and then you have one that he doesn't have, and I was talking about this to someone the other day, and I couldn't explain it. Can you re-explain what happened to your knee?
Oh, yeah.
Because didn't you say it was some ridiculous low percentage of injuries that it's ever been seen by your doctor?
For everybody that saw me, yeah. It was a vast...
In a big place, too.
Yeah, oh, yeah. And then, I'll go into a little bit more. So it was a vastus... I tore my vastus lateralis, which is your quad tendon. Like, almost every time someone does that, mine was isolated, so it's like never like that. It's always usually you're tearing your ACL, your MCL, everything's going. So the fact that it was isolated was so unique.
And that was good or bad?
Good. because it usually everything else goes with it. The fact that it was just my tendon and not all my ligaments with it.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, whenever we went there, the doctor was like, and I looked it up. They're whenever they're like on the computer looking at the studies and reading over it.
No.
Okay.
I've never seen that, but
okay. Well, yeah, he was doing that, and then he said, I guess there's only 2 that have been like studied or reported. But so there's obviously been more than that,
but maybe written on.
Yeah, and like really honed in on. And then when I was at PT too, they were like, dude, that's crazy. They're like, I've never seen this. And they're like, because it usually always everything else goes with it, so it was a good thing.
But it's all completely healed now. You came back stronger, right?
Yeah, my balance is much better on my left, probably just because I had to focus on it with that. Yeah, nothing. My knees always popped a lot though already, so I don't feel any different really. It was definitely hesitant at first, but now it's pretty good. I got back pretty quick after.
You want to recap on Worlds?
On Nogi Worlds?
Yeah.
What went down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or did you like doing it? Were you glad you did it, and then you going to do it again next year?
Oh yeah. So definitely. I'm 29, and then so I'm still in the adult division. So
until next year.
Yeah, until my birthday. So which actually the Master Worlds is August 20 later in the I'll turn 30, go into that
by a couple weeks.
Yeah. Thankfully. So
is that big of a drop off?
Oh yeah, dude. Adult blue belt division is nuts. It's nuts
for your age,
especially my weight too. There's so many of them. I forget how many did I tell you that were in my bracket. There was 100 and.
No, you said I have to win 8 matches or something. To win it all. On dude, there's no way.
Yeah, it was something around there. I was like, it was crazy, but yeah, anyways, I show up, and then this kind of sucked because they're very strict on the uniform situation, and then the parking situation was crazy there too, so Casey was running a little late.
Oh, and then you didn't get a good...
Yeah, so I was warming up with some random dude that barely spoke English, and then I get up there to go weigh in, and she's like, no on the shorts, and I was like, holy shit. So I had to sprint and go buy some, and then...
What was wrong with them?
Because they were not black. They got to be solid black, but even the ones that you buy there that they sell have a big ass white stripe and red.
It's called capitalism.
I know. I was I was so mad.
Were they triple the price of normal shorts?
Honestly, they weren't bad. 45.
Okay.
And then so I wore them a ton. I was I'm getting my damn money's worth because I already have 80 pairs of shorts.
I'm wearing them right now under these jeans.
Yeah, I'm sleeping in them and everything. And then the first round, I lost the first round, but I went against this 22-year-old, and then like I said, he was a freaking wrestler at West Virginia. So I mean, dude, the kid would take me down at will pretty much. And then I wasn't moving around a ton. I was kind of staying really straight onto him, so it was just easy to get a shot. But then he was. I was getting him with some normal a hook sweep, nothing crazy, just some fundamental stuff, and then he would take me down, and then I like I said swept him, and then I stood up and I was like, why am I doing I should have just sat guard, we're just gonna do this again, he's gonna get more points anyways. And then so he ended up being in my closed guard for most of the time, and that's I need to work on the closed guard attacks. I don't like closed guard really a lot at all, but and then so I was trying to work a Williams guard, but he was just he was keeping his base really low, and he's a wrestler, so he has a good base, so it was hard to get over. And then so I couldn't get anything going with Williams. And then anyways, got a hook sweep, and then I went to go chain it up for a single leg, which was a mistake. Yeah, dude, he hit this Granby roll deal and then snatched my neck, and then then it was done. But it was good. Yeah, great experience. I'll always do it. And that's one thing, too, I really wanted to get it in is because I'm going to go to the Masters next, and then the adults are way better, the younger kids and everything. So it's good to get that experience and, good matches while you can,
For sure. And that's end of next August?
Yeah.
We were supposed to have Casey Milliken on the podcast this trip. Owner of Tribe and Colton head coach, but I think we're going to do it maybe the next trip out. He was pretty tied up schedule wise, so
yeah.
How many years have you been training total? 3?
Well, I got here in like August of 19, and then I think I started that December. So, well, it's like around 4 years or so.
Is the ultimate goal black belt?
Oh, yeah.
For sure?
Oh, yeah.
Not going to stop till you get it?
Nah. I'll always do jiu-jitsu now. Yeah. I was like pretty short in. I was like, yeah, this is like.
You're hooked?
Yeah, for sure. So, I hope at least I say that, and then I'll be fucking, 3 months later, not been to a class since. No.
Yeah, I really would like to do first tournament into next year.
Yeah.
No matter how it goes. I mean, that'd be a year and some change in. So I mean, like they always say, you're never going to know till you do it, and it's ultimately just a competition. You lose. So
yeah. And so, how long have you been training now? And then
August. So was it 6 months, 7 months?
7 months.
So yeah, six or so, solid, because Christmas break is pretty long, and I only go 2 days a week, so it's not as. I mean, you're there 4 or 5 days a week, right?
Yeah.
But I would say, yeah, solid 6 to 7 months.
Nice. So, what's your overall thoughts of it, or what was the most difficult? Like, yeah, just explain kind of. I actually get that question a lot. A lot of people, they're like, hey, well, like, what should I? Not I say that a lot. Like, I have hundreds of people, but I've had a few people reach out and like, hey, so you got into it and seem to like it, and ask me a million questions about it. I like that though.
I feel like in everything I try to be like pretty hard on myself.
Yeah.
So maybe sometimes I don't give as much credit. I want to clarify, I'm not good by any means, but at the same time, I need to just get naturally stronger. I need to outside of training and rolling, I need to lift weights, run more, do stuff outside of that. I've not been good at that, and then be it like aggressive in a good way.
Yeah.
Put the pressure on. Try to not be so much technical, but understand it is a grappling match too.
Yeah.
And then see, retaining the information, and then not overthinking it, but trying things, which I've gotten better at.
Yeah.
So
like kind of trying and failing, like figuring it out. Like
yeah, when you're stuck in a spot, just remember what you're supposed to do, and then instead of like taking time to think about it while you're thinking on it, they're working on their next move to tap you. So actually just trying it, and then not overthinking it, because I guess when we do situational stuff, it's not always going to be set up like that. Like you start in this position, and so I instantly think when in order to get that, I have to be there.
Yeah.
But you got to think you can do that at any moment, or do it first. Don't wait. Don't be more proactive instead of reactive. So
yeah, that's definitely something too that's hard. And then I still sometimes I'm like that too. I'll be reactive, but like because I'm confident in, like, for example, if they pull, I can pass real quick off the pull or this and that, but so sometimes it bites you in the ass though too.
Something I struggle with in any type of athletic move whatsoever, if it requires deep thinking or anything outside of, like, just going for a run or just bench pressing, is actually my breath work.
Oh,
is terrible. If I'm really trying to focus and think, I instantly hold my breath until it's over, and then you're like, and they're like, "You all right?" I'm like, I should be, but I'm not that out of shape. It's like, what's wrong? It's like, oh, I've not, like, when I'm acting something out, I hold my breath in and I don't even notice it.
Oh yeah, dude. And
I feel like when you're like, if you're throwing strikes, you're supposed to exhale. Yeah. But if you think about it, throwing a combo, and then when it's over, you exhale, and you're like, I'm winded.
Oh yeah, it's so true. And then when I first started doing that, breathe, and I'm like, I'm trying, but I'm like, no, I'm not actually. I'm sitting here holding it. Yeah. It's such a hard because you're like struggling, and then they're like, ease up. You're like, I can't ease up whenever I have 180-pound dude on me.
My heart is racing 180.
Oh yeah, that's what I said is like the Will Ferrell. I'm so fucking scared right now. That one.
Oh,
but you so 7 months.
Yeah, about 6-7 months.
What have you enjoyed about it most? What do you think?
This could, I feel like everything you talk about martial arts, it could go like super philosophical quick.
I know. I try not to do that, but it's hard not to.
I just think it's cool that it levels the playing field for people. Because, I don't know, most people I feel like don't go into a boxing gym that have not been in a fight or have done striking or confident, but where with jiu-jitsu, people go in and they you have a lot of different like backgrounds of people.
Mm-hmm.
So you can clearly tell when someone comes in there and guys that are 6'5" and yoked, you're like, okay, he can move people around. Even if he knows nothing,
Yeah.
he's got the muscle.
Yeah.
But
It's
then
going to be so hard to deal with regardless.
But then there's a ton of people who, maybe didn't do sports in high school, a little more on the nerdy side, very timid, but is very, very technical. And I mean, from my experience, and most people's, it sounds like,
Mm-hmm.
They say anybody can come in and do it, and everybody's there to learn and have fun and get better at it. So I really like that it like levels the playing field for all sizes and backgrounds of people. I think that's really cool.
Oh yeah.
Because Josh came with me twice last week.
Yeah.
And
Good job, Josh.
I was just talking and thinking, it's just odd to think that someone that weighs 60 pounds less than you, on the street or in any other facet in life, you're like, okay, I got that guy just because but there you're like, that's not true.
Yeah, you're like, I don't know. And they're a lot quicker, so it's almost sometimes worse. Like,
And then the confidence is up.
oh, yeah.
So they may not, you'll see that guys like that all the time who are, probably your size or maybe smaller or give or take, but then, only 18 or 19, but only been around, I don't know, a couple of years, but they'll pick out anybody because they know I'm not going to, we're friends here. I'm not going to get crushed, but they're confident in trying to wrestle with somebody who's 6'2", 220 pounds, and they're 5'5", 160 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like there's just not a lot of other sports where you kind of get that level of playing field and that confidence, and know too that you're probably most likely not going to get hurt.
Right. That's like
you never want to kick. Those two guys probably shouldn't be kickboxing each other.
Yeah, no.
in a real situation,
Mm-hmm.
but with wrestling and jiu-jitsu, it's a lot more even per se.
Oh, yeah. That's why I like watching the absolute divisions, because there'll be somebody that's huge and a tiny guy, and you're like, damn, I wonder how this will play out. Like, this little guy's either going to get crushed or he's going to do something crazy and take his back and get it,
Like UFC 1.
Yeah. Seriously, dude,
That
that's
guy was
crazy.
like 400 pounds, right?
Yeah. He had to be, right? He was a sumo guy.
He was, and he was wearing the Taekwondo pants.
Mm-hmm.
And who beat him? The guy? The little bitty guy?
No, I remember. I think there was
it Gracie?
there was
Gracie guy?
a tall like kickboxer guy that he was like soccer kicking him in the face because I think he lost his tooth early in the first round, or there wasn't a round. Sorry,
There's no rounds?
I think it was just a continuous timer if I remember right.
Wow.
But then he gets like soccer kicked in the face and then gets taken out that way. I forget what the guy's name was.
It still blows my mind to see where, we watch a ton of MMA and UFC, to see on the list of the cards that there was one at the Tulsa Fairgrounds.
I know. Do you know who was on it?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
It was probably 12 at the time. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
And didn't watch it till, 5 or 6 years ago heavily. But just looking back at some of the places, and it said, Tulsa Expo Square Pavilion, and I was thinking, no way.
Yeah, you're like, there
You
had
guys
to
came to
be like
Tulsa?
100 people there.
Yeah, why would
Way
you?
back in it's probably just so back in the day that nobody else would allow. I don't know, but see, now I'm curious too. Is like, I feel like Tulsa and OKC is not a bad place to have a fight night.
They
Get
did,
out of the
they did
Apex?
before the pandemic.
I know, but like,
I think that's kind of what stopped it, right?
yeah, but I mean, I just still don't know how they don't get out on the road. Or again, I've said here the Apex ones.
No, I'm done with those.
No, but I'm like, dude, you could, if you want a smaller arena, if you don't think you can sell at T-Mobile, then do it at one like MGM or wherever you used to. But still, even like the Mexican Independence Day card we went to, that was cheap at T-Mobile, and
That was a good one.
it was a really good one.
That was the first non-pay-per-view there in a while, right?
Yeah, and it did have a title fight though, but it wasn't a pay-per-view.
It was a great event.
It was an amazing.
But
event.
now they said they're gonna do that at the Sphere, right?
Yeah, that'd be cool, dude. That'd be cool to go to.
So since you've been to the Sphere, you think that'll work?
What I was thinking though, I was like, the seating I feel like would be kind of a nightmare because, dude, it's like straight down. First off,
stadium seating.
yeah, I mean it already is in like any arena, right? And then it was pretty small seats,
and it's one-sided, right?
yeah, it's like you're just on.
It's like a stage.
Yeah. So
Because they're supposed to do it next spring.
Next September. So it'll be what's Mexican
Next
Independence
fall?
Day is like the 15th, 14th, 15th.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I'm.
something.
When
like
did we do that? Was it? Anyways, they're supposed to do it. They said it's booked, right?
That's what he says. You know how that goes.
So no, so that's probably not true at all.
Not happening. No.
But after doing it, you think it could happen, or you're a little skeptical?
Oh yeah, especially not like I don't think if you're wanting to get like a big pay-per-view where like T-Mobile, it would just be a nightmare. But like a good fight night like that, or like an event like that, it's you saw how many people are out. It was still a poppin' event, but not as big as a big pay-per-view. You know.
When you went to the Sphere, what did you got? I never even clarified. What show was it? What is it?
It's called Postcard from Earth, and then it's really like just taking you like you're literally going all over the world and different, like the ocean. I honestly don't know half the places they were, but like say like Egypt and this that, and then the
Tulsa
overall
wasn't
message,
on there.
no. The overall message was like that we're kind of like running the earth, but then it took you. It was really cool though, dude. It was insane because it was just all over the top and the noise and like the seats like vibrated. Like there was an elephant that stepped on the ground and it felt like it was in the building with you.
So you'd recommend it or no?
Yeah, it was cool. It was like $100 or so.
Is that all they're doing right now at the Sphere?
It was them and U2, and then
I'm out.
And then they actually, I know, yeah, they actually signed. It's like a Grateful Dead. It's like a lot of the original cast members, and then John Mayer.
Okay.
I forget what the name of it was, but they signed a deal with him, and I was like, not really excited. I love John Mayer. If it was just him, that'd be cool. But
You used to be on John Mayer.
I love John Mayer. He's so good.
Lindsay does not like John Mayer.
Well, she'd probably be like, he's a tool.
She just thinks I'm speaking for her right here, but I want to say she just said music it's kind of overrated and thought he kind of looked like creepy weird maybe. I don't know. I do have some John on the phone, and I just remember her like she said she's not a fan.
Dang.
She's not a fan of a lot of popular stuff like that. But I remember I was like, Colton used to be into John.
I love John Mayer, dude. He's so good. So that'd be cool to see him. But yeah, the other people I don't care. But it's just the Postcard from Earth and then that,
Okay.
I believe. But it was really cool. If you ever come in here, anybody, then you should definitely check it out.
Then you can climb it.
Yeah, dude, that was crazy. I saw that he did like $100,000 worth of damage, I guess.
How?
Shit breaking off when he's climbing. Dude, you ain't supposed to be climbing on it. It's like LED light deals. Like,
True, but $100,000? What does he weigh? 150 pounds?
I mean, I bet you one of those light bulbs cost friggin'
That's
10 grand a piece, man.
So I
don't
wonder
know.
how that works, considering he does that all the time. He climbs everywhere, and he gets arrested. But
I think I've seen his.
he
stuff
doesn't got
before.
$100,000. So how are they going to get it back?
They're not probably from him.
I think because
He does it for like women's rights on.
I think it's abortion, right?
Yeah,
Raises money for.
I think I saw him climbing something in Oklahoma City.
He did. He did the. I want to say it's the Devon Tower
Yeah,
in Oklahoma City. I think.
and honestly, for me though, it's like, I don't know, just an odd way to draw attention to something,
I mean,
right? I don't think a lot of people are gonna see that and be like, hey, I'm gonna,
I want to donate.
yeah, or
I don't know. I mean, he seems to consistently do it. It was funny to watch the video though, because he starts and he's like, I got to get up before someone can pull me down. It's scary though.
Oh, dude, watching the videos are terrifying. And then I remember, I think the Oklahoma City one or another one, the cops, they're like, hey, we're gonna like basically bust this hole out of this wall and have you climb through it. And he was like, please don't do that. That will kill me. He was like,
Really?
let me keep climbing. Like, you're gonna.
I did not see that when it happened. I just saw that who he was, and he, I guess, goes around the country and climbs different places for the cause.
Hey, sorry, this is very random, not to switch subjects, but I remember we were chatting about it last night with that dude at the crab stable. But what was the Tulsa NIL deal you were talking about?
We were shooting dice at the Bellagio. Don't you remember?
Yeah. The video or something?
Yeah, I saw it, but I didn't look into it a ton. But
That was so random. I'm sorry to bring that up.
yeah, well, no, the guy we met last. I mean, it's if you've never been to Vegas, or if you have been to Vegas, or maybe not everyone is as social as we are, but we meet a lot of people and quickly learn about their lives. But we met a guy last night from Utah who supposedly is a pretty big booster. His company's a booster for the Utes, and he's I guess.
It sounded like a car dealership because he was like,
Yeah, it did sound like that.
Because he's like,
But he didn't seem like a car dealer. But anyway,
because he was cool.
Yeah. Wow. If you sell cars, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean he seemed pretty wealthy. Like he may have been a little higher up than the sales guy.
I mean to roast the car salesman like that.
Yeah, I hope there's no car salesman listening. No, but he said he did sound like he was involved with a pretty high end car company.
Yeah.
But he said they had a deal with Cam Rising, the quarterback at Utah, who pretty good, and I think he's coming back for like his 6th year. These guys played for like 10 years now, but.
Dude, they want to make that money, bro. I would too. I'd be like, I'm gonna hang around in college and make millions.
Oh yeah, free school. I mean,
I wanted to hang around college and I made nothing.
No money.
I was broke.
I come from the opposite of money. I come from no money. So the Tulsa Golden Hurricane coach was talking about an NIL deal, and he basically was directly texting a recruit who wanted to come there, but I'm paraphrasing a lot. I'll pull up the video later. He said, I'm getting like $6 or $7 grand a month right now, and I want to keep that. Like if I want to transfer it to you, like do you guys have anything for me? And something about him bringing his 2 dogs and a girlfriend. Mm-hmm. I guess like they're part of the deal, and like they need to. I don't know. It would seem, but basically the coach was reading the text on the podium, and he said, I told him I'd recommend getting rid of the dogs and getting rid of the girlfriend and come to Tulsa.
Oh, dude, that's funny.
And basically they're saying a lot of these guys are kind of just bowing down to recruits. They're like, if what's his name, quarterback at Texas, Archie Manning, or gosh, I can't even think of the starter now, Quinn Ewers. Mm-hmm. If Quinn Ewers was like, I want to go to USC is going to be like, we'll name the dollar amount, we'll go find it, we'll do anything we can. But I guess this coach at TU, lower market, was like, I'd lose the dog. I'd get rid of the dogs and I'd lose the girlfriend.
That's an amazing line.
Yeah, he literally said that. But I guess they were texting and talking about the NIL stuff.
Dang. Yeah, that stuff has gotten out of hand.
As we were telling Casey, our buddy from Utah, is definitely the Wild West, and we talked about it with Antonio, but it just sucks to see guys that could have made so much money, and we referenced Arian Foster. Mm-hmm. He went on Joe's podcast and saying he was a top 5, top 10 player in the nation, and he would go home to his apartment and I had no food. He's like, my parents didn't have a lot of money. And if the cafeteria was closed, I couldn't eat dinner. He was like, I was on ESPN and my fridge was empty. So finally he was like, Coach, I don't care what we got to do, but like, I'm going to need some food at my house or I'm done.
Yeah.
So I understand that it's kind of wild, but at the same time, I just don't get it when people, it's always old people, mostly. Mm-hmm. No, it's not always. It's mostly old people that it's ruining college football and it's not the same. It's the amateur pros. I'm like, well, it's always kind of been the amateur pros, or the minor leagues, and then B. It doesn't make sense to me because they say teams like, well, Texas and Alabama and LSU and OU, now they're going to get all the best players. They got the more money. Like they've been always getting the best players.
That's what I'm saying. They already do.
Yeah. What are you telling me? Like Louisiana Monroe now is struggling because of NIL. Like they couldn't get top 10 guys before.
Yeah. It's this exact same structure. It's just like the people don't look like bad guys for getting paid and like being like, hey, people are making money off my name. That's the only difference now.
In the huge kicker for me.
Well, I mean, then they can do a little bit. Obviously, hold a little more.
I love to play devil's advocate just for fun and anything in life, but the true devil's advocate here, people go back, oh, well, they're going to college for free. They're getting a free education. And they are.
It's already way overpriced.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a sham.
True. And then B, a lot of these guys, or I don't know the percentage, I don't know the number. Some of these guys, they don't even finish college. They go to the pros. Or they'll get a very basic general studies degree. Just because you go to OU and get a $50,000 degree doesn't mean it was worth $50,000. You might have paid that, but you may not.
It's crazy.
Not everybody's going and using their degree. Not everybody's graduating. Yeah, so I mean, they are getting paid there. They are getting a scholarship, but at the same time, a lot of these people don't come from money, or they're spending 60 hours a week between school and practice, and parents can't send them money. So you're like, not everybody's going to be an Archie Manning and have $3 million. Some of these guys are just trying to get groceries. And I mean, you played football. I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you roughed it. Or
well, dude,
teammates roughed it.
2 terrible Division II schools, and I was like, all I could think about was like, dude, I can't imagine what it's like at like Alabama or something. I can't imagine. I can't.
With what?
The schedule, everything.
Oh, like the demand.
Yeah, and I was like, again, I think, but my first school went, they went 0-10, and I think NSU when I was on them went like
You never won a game, or did you win one?
I think we won 1 at NSU.
I was talking about cumulative for your career.
In college?
You went 1-18.
Something like that.
But another note on NIL that people seem to forget: not everyone's on scholarship.
Also, yes.
You will even have starters who were walk-ons. He got it because he blew up, but Baker Mayfield was a walk-on at OU.
Yeah.
Now, he left a scholarship at Tech, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
The guy that eventually won the Heisman was a walk-on.
That's insane to think about.
Or you'll see those clips of those guys that are doing really well. Those are the best ones. You know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They come in, they at practice, and they're like, "We got an announcement. You're on scholarship."
Love those.
It just blows my mind that they come in there and they're like, "You're on scholarship," but then you look on the back end, and like Casey said, what they're making per game.
Oh yeah.
$70,000-$80,000 or 70 to 80,000 people at a game.
Yeah.
You know, like think about an OU football game. Average ticket price, what, 125, 150?
Yeah. And then all the merch, especially like, the South and Midwest, like football is so big. So like, people look at OU everything, bro. Pistol Pete at the freaking weddings, everything. I'm like, people are buying their college merch for sure.
Yeah.
Like out the ass.
Oh, yeah. No, it's OU hat, OU shirt, OU shorts, OU keychain, the horns down plate, which is the dumbest thing on earth.
I think you took the same class, that sports marketing class?
It was awesome.
What was his name again? I forget the teacher.
Jason.
Oh.
It's been a long time.
Yeah,
Is it Jason Christie?
No. I don't remember, but he was a good teacher.
Jason, yes. He was the assistant GM or assistant vice president of the Tulsa Drillers.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I think I told you to take that, right?
He did. And I remember him saying that Texas is one of the most like selling like merch or apparel because OU fans buy buy it upside down. So like in all reality, they're giving them money by doing that.
Yeah. So Lindsay, my wife, is a Texas Longhorns fan. I'm a Razorbacks fan, very, very casual Razorbacks fan. But anyways, I think the Longhorns down symbol sticker, this could be a Lindsay style tangent here, is the dumbest thing I've ever seen, and it makes me so. I feel like people lose 5 points of value on a 10-point scale when they throw the horns down when they're like at their wedding on the beach on vacation.
Gomez, he's talking to you.
Gomez, yeah, I'm talking to anyone who does. If you're just nothing related to college football and you just throw horns down, I've never understood it.
Gomez, that's him.
I have friends who have went to away OU games who are not playing Texas, and they're posing for a picture with horns down.
Yeah, that's too much.
It makes no sense.
Way too much. They're gonna get smacked.
Who?
OU.
What do you mean?
In the SEC?
Yeah, it might be getting rough.
Might.
The year one schedule that's next year. It's a tough road.
Oh yeah, they're gonna. Good luck to them. But
did you actually? You probably didn't watch any of the college football playoffs, did you?
Yeah.
You watched the playoff games?
Some of them.
The Texas-Washington game truly was going to end like a Disney movie storybook bullshit ending that could never happen. It almost happened because close game. Washington, they get the ball back. There's like 45 seconds. Texas is out of timeouts. Something crazy. I'm trying to remember it to a T, but Washington their running back takes it. The running back gets hurt, which causes a forced timeout
Oh no.
because Texas didn't have any. So then ultimately they end up punting, but several plays that there's no way. There was a guy who arguably didn't catch it in and out of bounds. They gave it to him. Ultimately, they drove down the field, were winning when they could have arguably got one first down, took a knee, it was over.
Mm-hmm.
Texas gets down. I think they're for sure in the red zone. I think almost on the goal. Another thing happens, which they've done before. Quinn, the quarterback, throws it out of bounds. Then they can't decide if the clock ran out or if there's 1 second.
Oh.
And mind you, they score, they win, the time's out.
Yeah.
So they go back, they check the tape, they give him the 1 second at like the 12-yard line or something crazy. And I mean, just everything that could possibly happen storybook wise was about to do it. So he had one more play. And I was just sitting there watching. I was like, I would feel so bad for Washington if they lose. There's no way they should lose this. Ultimately, they won. But it was when people start talking about the script. I was, this looks sketchy, man. They're getting a lot of chances.
That was like you in the Colorado State, the over.
Oh, man.
Because we were with Rich, and then it had to. So they made like the 92-yard drive, had to get the 2. And then somebody had to score, or
it was a lot.
Yeah, like you had to go to double overtime, and anyways,
so had to score with like 2 minutes left. Had to get the 2. Had to go to overtime. Both teams had to score,
and then the next one would have.
It was a lot.
I think, yeah. And was the last score a field goal or a touchdown?
It had. I can't even remember, man. It was.
I know, but like everything was literally went.
So we had to have a touchdown, 2-point conversion. 90-yard drive. We had to have 2 overtimes to hit the over, but we did.
That was nuts. Well, I had Colorado spread, so I was out way before that.
Well, yeah, because that was like minus 21.
Yeah,
that was when we still didn't really know Colorado would fall off because
they smacked somebody the week before.
They beat TCU, then they beat Nebraska. And then Colorado State was not a great team, and then they were beating them pretty much the whole game until they tied it up. So,
yeah, that one, everything went right
for me.
Yeah, not for me.
That's how it happens. Of course, we had a little bit of action on the fights earlier. I did okay on under 2.5 on the
Brad Tavares.
Yeah.
I got smoked.
I said no one could hear me until he was tuning up, and I was like, finish him.
Yeah, Justin was literally sitting in the chair. I didn't hear you say a word. He was just dead
I just
silent,
kept saying,
sweating it.
It's not looking good.
And then Brad Tavares gets peppered once or twice, and he gets a little antsy, and then he stands up and says, finish him. And I was like, Jesus.
I think the most satisfying thing to watch in sports betting is, this one's going to throw a curveball here, you might think, but it's the people and the horses.
Oh, dude. Always.
The horse, because one, I don't know what's going on, so it's intriguing. And then two, like our buddy sitting next to a Niner fan, talking to us mid-conversation, stops, turns, and pauses on his little TV screen. He's like, I need that 9.
And he's hunched over, just face like as close to the screen as they can get. He's like, come on.
Kind of like that old video clip on Barstool.
How he's hitting.
Yeah, the newspaper. Or when he's like, open him up.
I know. And, dude, there is always just a gang of old heads that are in there betting on the horses.
They got the Folgers. They're sitting in there with the pen and the paper.
Dude, that Asian fella next to us didn't say a word, and he was just eyes dialed on the TV the whole time.
Oh, yeah, the volume at 95.
Yes, that too. But he wasn't, dude, I don't even think he blinked.